Hello, YouTube. Good morning. Good morning. I just wanted to do a response video for the TD Jakes clip that I saw when Kevin Samuels was alive, and I need to watch the whole sermon because they just give you a clip and they want people to hate on TD Jakes. And I'm not saying what he said was wrong, but there's a method or a reason to the madness. Black women are not masculine because we want to be. We're forced to be. Let's keep it real. We are number one that are college graduates, and that is not by choice. That is because our black men, not saying all, but a lot of them, they give up. I don't know why. I don't know when it starts. You could blame racism if you want, but we overcome it and we just, we roll with the punches. I will say this. I'm blessed to, like with my current dude, he's a hustler. He's a perfect example of what a man should be. He has a full-time job at a prestigious law school, and he just got the job in corrections. He's going through the process of that. Like, he's always looking for better, always. And even with my ex, it didn't work out. But he inspired me to go back to school, and he doesn't even know that. And we used to, with my ex, we initially met in church when we were teenagers, and we reconnected. We both worked at World Trade Center, and I left because the working conditions were just horrible. They treated you like you were a slave, and the money was good, but I knew that I did not want to be no security guard for the rest of my life. No shade to anybody who chooses as a career, but I knew I had far more intelligence and ability than to be someone's security guard. It's fast money, it's easy money, but and it was a blessing because I needed a job. But we both, and he also left, and something he said I'll never forget because it was so mature and intelligent what he said. And I was like, well, I left. I told him, I was like, I left World Trade Center because they crazy. Like, they used to overwork us and do this and that. He said he left because he felt like his life wasn't going anywhere, and so he made that decision. Mind you, he's 2 years younger than me. Made the decision to leave security to go into the military so they could pay for school. And that to me was just so inspirational and smart because him being a young black man, he wanted more for himself. He was working on his credit. He was very mature because most black men, they don't care about that stuff. They really don't. Like, they don't think about their future, and they don't. They just live for the moment. So when he said that, I was like, wow, here's a mature young black, that he's a man. That's what a man does. That's how you're supposed to think. You're supposed to think about the future. Where's my life going? How do I want it to go? Where do I want to end up? We talked about properties, like he wants to, and I know even though we're not together anymore, he's going to get that house. He's going, everything he set out, he going to get because he's ambitious. And that's something that a lot of black men lack. You don't find a lot of black men that's ambitious, that's like, I want a house. A house is more than just to put a bunch of babies in. A house, is, it creates generational wealth if you do it the right way. You shouldn't set yourself up that your children are left with nothing. Steve Harvey and TD Jakes said something very ignorant, and I remember telling my boyfriend, and he's like, "Oh, they just joking." I said, "I don't think they joking." Steve Harvey said that when he dies, his children gonna have a rude awakening because he's not leaving anything to them. Steve Harvey is a multimillionaire, to my understanding. TD Jakes as well. TD Jakes is caking it. And for two black men to make a statement like that is far from ignorance. It's just like, why are you somebody's husband and father? Just why? For accolades? Just for your own glory? Like, why would you say something like that, even as a joke? Because what that shows is that you made it out the hood, you're successful, but that's as far as it goes. You don't want your children to succeed. You don't want your children's children to be out of poverty. You made it out of poverty, but the attitude is, well, now y'all gotta fend for yourself. What kind of attitude? And that is not a man. I don't care. I don't care what that a man thinks about the future. Okay, my ex didn't even have children, but he understood credit and generational wealth and doing things and planning for the future. You're supposed to plan for the future. It's not about you. You have children. You have grandchildren, these men, Harvey and T.D. Jakes. So when Harvey said that, I'm praying it's a joke. I'm praying to God that he was joking when he said that. Because the worst thing you could ever do as a man is to be a millionaire and leave your children nothing. That is ignorant, it's selfish, it's thoughtless, it's cruel, it's all of that. Like, why would you not leave your children something? Why would you want your children to struggle? Granted, yes, they should want something of their own. You know, I love the story of Donald Trump. Y'all can say what y'all want about him, but his father invested in him. I'm going to repeat that again. That's what a man does. Y'all can say what y'all want about Trump, but his father gave him a loan of $1 million for his first business situation. I forgot what he wanted to do or what, but I remember Trump saying that. He said that his father, I think he might have been 21, definitely early 20s, but he asked his father for a loan and his father gave it to him. He did not say no. If you have it, you're supposed to give it to your children. And look at where Trump is today. Y'all can say what y'all want, but he had a man in his life. That's a man. A man invests in his children. A man does not take away from his children. A man does not. Y'all got it twisted. A man, when you go to, I graduated from a 4-year school, a PWI. Those of y'all don't know what it is. It's a predominantly white institution. Okay? There's a lot of white men in college. Do they want to be there? No. But their fathers understand that, son, I will die one day, and you have to carry the name. Not your sister. In white families, it's not encouraged for the girl is not the golden child. The boy is the golden child, as it should. Okay? It doesn't make sense that in black families, I know way too many black families where there's girls and there's boys, and the girls have the college degrees and the boys are high school dropouts. Forget college, high school dropouts. It's disgusting. You have sisters that they become nurses and their brothers are in the street. It doesn't make sense. Their brothers are in jail. I know a coworker, she's a teacher, and I'll never forget, she said her brother's in jail. Why is that? Why? I know another former friend, she's a social worker. Her brother works at Walmart. No shade to anybody who works at Walmart, but come on now. Your sister has a master's degree. She's a social worker. That should push you. You being at the graduation should be like, yo, I want to do that. Not necessarily be the same thing, a social worker, but come on now. You got married couples where the woman is making 6 figures and the man is working at a gas station. Come on now. And it's always the black family. And then when a black woman doesn't want the black man, she wants to be single or marry outside the race, we're wrong. We're this, we're that. We want to be men. Nobody said they want. I don't think there's any normal woman that, oh, I want to be a man. No, but we're forced to be masculine, especially in the work world, because if you don't carry yourself a certain way, they will chew you up and they will spit you out. Even you could be a housekeeper, you could be a security guard. If you are too nice, people will sexually harass you. They will belittle you. They will disrespect you. You have to carry yourself a certain way to gain respect. First of all, we're black. Second, we're women. So you have to carry yourself a certain way. So TD Jakes want to talk about being masculine, but look at the society. Many of us don't have fathers who invested in our education. We had to do that. We had to take out the loans. Me personally, I had to pay tuition out my own pocket. Okay. Now you do have a small percentage of black men who push their kids through school, but it's a very, very small percentage. Very small percentage. Okay. They're either around, but they don't help financially, or they're not around at all. So, yes, a lot of black women become masculine because this is what they have to do. You know, I know one couple, and this is a positive story. She's a nurse, her man is a welder, he's union. Together, they purchased a home and they each have their own cars. He, while she was in school, was paying all the bills. He supported her. When she had to go to school, he would come home from work and watch their daughter. That is a man. You have men that will deliberately be late because they don't want you to go to school out of jealousy. Black men, okay? So, this is why black women become masculine. We don't have the support a lot of the times. Once in a blue, you'll have somebody like my current dude or my ex that has sense and will encourage you, but it is very far few and in between, And then it's too many women, black women, who make more than their significant other because the significant other gave up. It's not even because they tried everything and it didn't work. They gave up. And giving up, an example of giving up is going to college, dropping out, and you passed your remedials, but you still dropped out anyway. Or you didn't even bother to go to trade school. Go to trade school. Pick up a skill. Why are you okay with a woman taking care of you? Why is that normal? Why is that okay? Is we damned if we do, we damned if we don't. If we don't work, we're considered lazy. If we do work and pay bills, we're men. We're trying to be masculine. And not to mention, you got a lot of feminine black men. You have a lot of feminine white men, but it's I've seen a lot more black male trans than anything. I mean, for real, social media, just walking around New York City. Just like Kaya says, she got a podcast. Everybody want to be a girl. Who gonna be a man? Everybody walking around wanting to be a female. That's why black women are masculine. So before you make a general statement, TD Jakes, try to understand the why behind it. I don't think there's any woman that's, I want to pay all the bills in my household and I don't want no man to help me. Like, nobody is people say they don't need a man because it's true. Why do I need someone that's going to bring me down? And some of us made the mistake of getting pregnant by someone who doesn't want anything out of life and unemployed. But we learn from it and we move on. But then we become masculine because we have to take care of our child. They're not going to do it. We have to do it. So we have to do certain things. Those are my thoughts.